asked the guys, like, describe your Grand Island rugby experience. What this experience was like. And Isaiah wrote, it was one of the best decisions I ever made throughout my high school career. The friends and memories I've made and are always stuck with me. And I believe that the Grand Island Rugby Club has helped to shape me into who I am. So Isaiah, everything that we've given you, you've given right back, and you've made this club much better. So thank you, Isaiah. All right, next up we have Isaac Mulholland. Isaac, come on up. Best name on the team. So Isaac is, he's escorted by his mom, Amber, and Isaac has been on the team for a long time. This is his first month on the team. So he wants that award. So thank you, Isaac. So Isaac, he's going to Fredonia next year for music education, and his plan is to play a little rugby when he's at Fredonia. So we're really excited that we can introduce rugby to him in that 1 month that he was here, and he's already gotten some time in, and he's really contributed to this team. So Isaac, we thank you for that. So when I asked Isaac, hey, Isaac, what do you think of this club? What do you think of these experiences? And he said, such a great time, lots of friends, and a great way to get me motivated. So thanks for motivating us, Isaac. All right, next up we have Mike Percival. Mike, escorted by his own team. All right, so this is Mike's first year on the club. He came out to our fall flag rugby sessions and seemed to fall in love with it. Really had a lot of questions, and then Mike got hurt in his first practice. Second practice. We felt so bad. But the thing about Mike is he showed up to every single practice the rest of the year, and we are finally to that day, Mike, where you get to get some time playing some rugby.
I'm sorry, but they're all staying there.
And this is Xander's third year on the team. Xander joined during our shortened COVID year, so he really started to get time last year, and we've seen a lot of gains from Xander, especially on the defensive end. He went from a guy who really wasn't involved in many tackles to really being a guy who leads our defense and really makes sure to put those shoulders on guys and kind of set the tone. So we appreciate that, Xander. So Xander next year is going to NU for criminology, and his plan is to, yes, play rugby at Niagara University. Xander said that his time with Grand Island Rugby has been good, and he loves his teammates.
You got that much.
That's pretty good. We were wondering how much he liked.
Yeah, that's pretty good. No, 3 pages.
Good, it was good.
So thank you, Xander. We appreciate it, man. All right. Next up, we actually have a non-Grand Island guy who came to us from Niagara Falls this year. We have a couple of lines, but Tyler White. Tyler is escorted by his mom, Michelle, and dad, Chris. And this is Tyler's first year with us. This has been a work in progress, getting permission to have some guys on the team that don't go to Grand Island, and what an addition we've had. It's been wonderful working with Tyler. Tyler next year is going to St. Bonaventure University, probably the most wonderful university in the entire universe. So, where he plans to play rugby for the next 4 years. Coach Osborne and the national champion St. Bonaventure Bonnies are very lucky to have you, Tyler. All right? So, Tyler said, so much fun sharing laughs and good times on and off the field this year with my team. Thank you, Tyler. Appreciate it. All right, next up we have team captain Nate DeMartin. All right, Nate is a 4-year player. All right, he is a major reason why we have a team here right now, and that's because we ended the season last year with 7 guys on this team. Look around, we got a little more than 7 right now. All right, guys who were on the team last year made it their mission to find as many guys as possible to make it the best senior year that they could have. All right, you led that. I appreciate that, Nate. All right, so Nate's plan is to continue playing rugby at the men's club level. He'll begin working this summer, still trying to figure out what he wants to do as far as work, but I'm sure he'll be great at it either way. So Nate had the longest. Nate won for longest response. So, he says, it was a great 4 years of my life. I took a small chance of playing in 9th grade, and the sport has completely taken over my life, and I've devoted so much time to it. Playing with GI has been a great time, meeting new people and becoming great friends with them from it, and having good coaches to guide me through it the whole way. One thing I can say about Nate is he brings a positive attitude every single day, and you'll see him out on the field today. It's only positive things to his teammates, and it's only positive things to the other team. All right, he's taken on that mentality of this is a sport where we play against each other, but we're all part of the same club. All right, and Nate has really expressed that to the other teams and really expressed it to his teammates, and it's really made for a very fun season. All right, because it's a very positive season led by our team captain. So thank you, Nate, for that. Thank you. All right, next up, we have Gurkeet Gill. And this is Gurkeet's first year playing with us. Next year, Gurkeet's going to go to Buff State for business, and he's undecided whether he'll play or not. So I met Gurkeet during biology in his freshman year, right? Sophomore year. All right, and I think we could have gotten you to play a little bit sooner had not COVID broken out. Right? But he stopped me in the hall one day this year. Like I saw this guy for the first time in 2 years when we were back this past year, and we kind of locked eyes because we knew each other. But we were like, I didn't recognize him anymore. We grew a lot in those 2 years. So about 2 weeks later, he stopped me in the hall and he said, "Hey, Mr. Hager, I'm going to play rugby this year." And that was in like November. And he stuck to his word. He was out at every practice. Unfortunately, he suffered an injury in our last game or 2 games ago. So he won't be playing today, but he is a devoted man to this sport, and I think he really had a good time, and I appreciate that devotion. All right, thank you. All right. Next up, we have Noah Grathouse. Now, this is Noah's first official year on the team. He came out freshman year, tried it out a little bit, wasn't his thing, and then he came out this year, and I mean, he's really been wonderful to have on the team. You know, he's one of our fittest players. You know, he really knows a lot about his nutrition. He takes that seriously. He spreads that to his teammates, and he is next year going to go into UB for computer science, correct? All right, so he's undecided if he'll play or not. We'll start pushing him in that direction a little bit. And Noah said, one of the best memories I'll take from high school. It's been so much fun. It's taught me a lot about teamwork in general. All right? Well, thank you. You're a great teammate, Noah. You know, even when you weren't playing, you were here for us. You know, you came to practices. You gave it your all on the field. We appreciate that. We can't wait to see you out there today. All right. All right. Next up, we have our scrum half, Sean Salou. Sean is escorted by his brother Kabir. All right, Kabir, yes. So Kabir's our only anchor in the team. Sean brought him out, and he's really going to help in the future out. So thanks for that, Sean, first time. All right, so this is Sean's third year on the team. He joined in that COVID year as well. He's going to UB for computer science along with Noah, and he said he'll likely play for UB in college. Now, when Sean came out as a sophomore, he wasn't as big as he is now. And we got, but we put him in there. Last year we put him in there, right? And we had a game, I think it was against Kenmore actually, where he kind of came out of his shell. He started making tackles on guys that were twice his size. You could see like he was figuring it out. He's come back this year and just built on it every single game, except for his shin splints, which have been it's always a progress. So, but you got better and better and better as every game, Sean. It's been so fun to watch. Sean said it's been lots of fun. Got to meet new people, build relationships, reinforce pre-existing ones, compete against others in a friendly environment that no other sport has. And that's exactly what I'm saying about Nate. It's that positivity, the fact that, yeah, we're competing, but we're all part of the same club. So thanks, Sean. Great mentality. Yeah, you gotta hold it the whole game. This guy, Anthony Navarro, and his sister Christina. So Christina, thanks for coming out. All right. So we've got Anthony. This is his first year, and Anthony played a few games for us. Ended up hurting his shoulder, unfortunately. Had to miss a few, but again, one of those guys who continuously shows up to practice. He's got a surgery coming up in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
About 2 weeks, right? So, but hopefully he'll be ready for when he goes back, when he goes to college next year. He's going to be attending SUNY Maritime College to study marine operations. And Anthony plans to play rugby there. That's why he joined this year, because he wants to play rugby in college, wants to play sport in college, and he's going to be good at it once he gets going. So, Anthony, your season was cut short, but man, it was a lot of fun watching you for that time. So, Anthony said it's incredible. All the guys are amazing. Best team I've ever played for. So thank you for that, Anthony. We've all had it. All right. Next up, a man of many words, Blaine Lewis. So Tara emailed me last year and said, you know, I think I want my son to play a sport, and maybe rugby's it. And I said, sure, let him come out. You know, great. And that's how I was introduced to Blaine. And like I said, he's a man of few words, but man, you get the ball in his hand and you get that speed going, and it's hard to stop it. All right, so Blaine has been an absolute wonder to have on this team. He's going to go to NCCC next year. Doesn't plan to keep playing rugby, but when we asked him that loaded question of, how was the experience? Blaine came out and simply said, it's good. So thank you, Blaine. I appreciate it. Next up, we have Jay-Sean Dillon. So Jay-Sean played his freshman year, had some shoulder injuries, worked hard on those shoulder injuries, and then came back out this year for his senior year, and it's been great having him. He's been playing one of the harder positions on the field at inside center, where he gets the ball a lot, and he's had to put that shoulder through a lot of work, right? But he's told me all along, every game he's gaining more confidence and more confidence with that shoulder. So Jay-Sean next year is planning to go to the NCCC, where he will possibly continue to play rugby, and he's an active guy, so I can see him doing at least some sports. All right. So Jay-Sean answered that question as, it's an experience that will be remembered. Right? But that was also his senior quote. So, all right. So thank you, Jay-Sean. All right. Next up, we have one of our senior members, Jake Kelly. Jake. Now, Jake joined about halfway through the year this year. It's been about 2 months. He came and sought me out, saw me in the hallway, said, hey, thinking about playing rugby. What can you tell me? He came to the room. I gave him the papers. He was at the next practice. Jake is going to UB next year for occupational therapy. No plans yet to play rugby, but said I can see it happening. So there we go. All right, I love it. She said it's been a very welcoming experience and a very fun group to be a part of. So thank you, Jake. We appreciate it. All right. Next up, we have Kyler Voorhees. Kyler also joined about halfway through the year. This is his first year. And next year he's going to be working and narrowing down what trade field he'd like to go into. He's planning on moving back to Pennsylvania. Now, Kyler just moved to Grand Island this year. And he has seemingly made a lot of good friends in just this 1 year being here with us. Right? All right. So he said he'd like to continue playing rugby next year in Pennsylvania. He said it's been a fun experience and a great atmosphere. And the atmosphere is what it's all about. So when we needed Kyler to step up, including this last game where about 10 minutes into the game, he needed to go in, he ended up playing the entire rest of the game. All right, so a guy who had no rugby experience, had been playing for about 2 or 3 weeks at the time, stepped right in, secured a position he needed secured, and did what he had to do. So thank you for that. Appreciate it. All right, on to the last page. Next up, Evan Steck. Lauren and his dad, Mark. This is Evan's first year on the team. Now, I feel like I've known Evan for 10 years because every year Nate would say, I think Evan's going to come out and play this year. Evan's in his freshman year. I got a guy, Evan Steck, real fast guy. Then sophomore year, I got Evan Steck coming out. All right? And then junior year, Evan would have joined last year once for COVID, but he's coming out this year. Then senior year, we got Evan. All right? So, and it's been a good year with Evan. So Evan has jumped around. He's played a couple of different positions. He's planning on going to NCCC next year where he's considering playing rugby for club or for college. And he said it was a fantastic experience. I love my teammates and coaches. I look forward to the rest of the season. You too, buddy. 2 games. Yep. All right? So, Evan, thank you. All right, next up we have our third and final captain, Will Patterson. Will's also my college training, and his brother, also a Grand Island Rugby alumni, Adam Patterson. This is Will's 4th year on the team. He joined with Nate, and he's planning to attend Alfred State Northland for welding this coming fall. Now, Will played all different positions. He's played on the wing, he's played inside, he's played outside, he's had to play fullback. This year he came to me and said, I really want to take on that fly half position. And that fly half position is a very difficult position, right, Coach? Lots of decision making, lots of skill building. All right, and he also had to work with 2 brand new centers that he had never worked with before, including a new winger, 2 new wingers, and a fullback. So he had a whole new back line, right? And Will took on that challenge and has done an outstanding job. You know, he's carrying the ball, he's taking hits. You can't keep the guy down. He never wants to come out. He's always getting back up. He's always at practice. He's reached out to me. I mean, stand-up guy, you know. You serve your family proud, buddy. All right? Will said he's undecided if he'll keep playing rugby, but he said, my Grand Island experience has been amazing. I could not ask for a better experience or sport to play. We'd love to have you, Will. We're going to miss you, man. Very agreeable. All right, last but not least, so this means he was the last to fill out the Google form. Adrian, I told him that if he didn't get it to me by 8th period, I was going to have you fill out the form for him. All right, he didn't want anything to do with that. He got done like 5 minutes. He's like, oh, I'll get that. Hey, Alex Esquez. Yeah! This is Alex's 2nd year on the team. He got into the Jay Sean approach. He played his freshman year. Then COVID happened. And then last year, this guy went through so many injuries without playing rugby. Right? And then he came back this year. He's like, I'm all healthy, coach. I'm ready to go. And it's been awesome. Talk about speed on the outside. He's done things that we didn't expect. Right? You get in that ball on the outside, he sees lots of space, and he's just gone. He's chased guys down. He never gives up on a play. Like, if there's a guy 30 meters away from him, like there was against McQuaid, late in the game, he chased him down, he made the tackle, and that guy got up after the whistle blew, and he goes, man, that guy was fast. All right? And we'd love to have you back here, Alex. Alex is going to the Fashion Institute of Technology in New York City next year. He says that FIT does not have a rugby team, but I plan to join a men's club team in the future. He said it's been so much fun, so many great memories and important life lessons. Made close bonds with people and was hopefully able to teach and inspire others too. You did, man. All right, you helped us all out, you taught us all, you inspired us all, and you just brought such a positive approach to this team. We appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, so I do want to recognize our coaching staff who's here. So we have Ryan Battenfeld, who has been, this is his total volunteer, comes from off the island, comes here after work, every practice he can make, he gets to, and it's been so helpful. Jeff Bednarczyk. He is my go-to man when I need something done, when I have a question. If I can't get to something, yesterday I was unable to make practice, he was ready for it. You know, he had it all planned out. It's been very helpful having help in the school. So, Jeff, I can't thank you enough for everything you've done. All right, back there with the baby, we got Matt Terrell. Matt is probably the person I have the most conversation with. Sometimes we have to call each other just to kind of talk each other off a ledge of like what we're seeing, what we're not seeing, how to run practice, what we're expecting, what we're not expecting. Matt, I can't thank you enough for all your help, even just hearing what I have to say sometimes. He's our true rugby mind on this, so thank you, Matt. She's an RN. She can't be with us right now. We also have Alex Keller, who is an English teacher at the high school, he also is out here in his time to help us out on a regular basis. And then we had a woman who was she was a student teacher at the school this year. She plays rugby at Niagara University. Her name is Paige Miller. And Paige, her student teaching's over, but Coach Miller was at every practice. She brought some real positive attitudes to our team. She was a lot of fun to have around. Right, guys? So, the last people I'd like to thank is you as parents. There's a lot of stuff that we have to do for this club. There's a lot of things that we have to do to get the field set up. There's a lot of things we have to do to get these guys ready for games. But you guys are the ones doing the washing of the jerseys. You guys are the ones getting the food set up. You guys are the ones doing everything that we need to keep this club alive and to make this club as best as it can be. So parents, guys, let's give it a big round of applause. Outside of the circle right now, we've got some alumni who have showed up. Alumni, just give a wave. You guys play rugby here right now, rugby before. Seniors, that is going to be you. You are now going to be alumni of the next week's game against Canisius. All right? Just when you take off those jerseys, just remember, you're always part of something with Grand Island Rugby. All right? All right. Now we got a game to play. Parents, thank you very much. All right, we'll see you guys later.